If you were the CEO of the Epic Game Store, what would you do? Tim Sweeny, Epic CEO, has been in the news quite a bit lately. From releasing an incomplete busted launcher to saying some pretty random things on Twitter in regards to his intentions towards PC gaming, one has to wonder if he's alright upstairs. Now, to be fair, he is the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, and I'm pretty sure he understands a hell of a lot more than I do when it comes to running a successful business. However, being a potential customer and consumer, I believe that my opinion carries some substantial weight when it comes to this discussion. So, given everything that has happened up to this point, this is my hot take.
It's complete shit.
One of the biggest problems I have with Tim Sweeney's Epic launcher is how it subverted my expectations for the worst. Initially, after hearing Epic's announcement of a platform to compete with Steam, I got excited. A direct competitor to Steam, offering a more generous revenue split with developers, free games and exclusive deals? Fuck, sign me up! But when reality settled in, I realized that I once again set my expectations way too high. Instead of a buff, sexy, feature-complete launcher, I instead got a half-baked program that doesn't even have a fucking shopping cart. Instead of a slew of brand new first-party IPs to challenge Steam's source library, I got a bunch of existing games that were already scheduled for a Steam release locked away as timed exclusives for no other reasons than to test my patience. Instead of a godlike deity that blesses me with incredible sales and discounts, I get a scrawny poser who bloviates on Twitter about how what he's doing is gonna change the landscape for the better in the most glorious way possible. Yeah, glorious isn't the word I would use to describe what Tim Sweeny is currently doing with the Epic Games launcher. In order to describe what he's doing, I would use words more along the lines of annoying, petty, half-assed, dissatisfying, and weak. Now, I know it sounds like I'm being rather hard on Tim Sweeny and Epic, but consider this. According to this article I found on a website called PCGamesN, written by Ali Jones, Tim Sweeney's net worth is around $7 billion. That's about $3 billion more than Gabe Newell and Steam. So, one would think with that kind of money backing your jump into the PC marketplace, you should technically be able to make one hell of a positive impact on the platform, right? Well, Tim Sweeny has done everything but that, so I ask you the question that I started this video with. If you were the CEO of the Epic Game Store, what would you do? Here are 3 things that I personally would have done a little bit differently had I have been calling the shots. Number 1. Launch with a feature-complete Epic Game Store that at the very least matches Steam's current model. Steam has been around for many years, which means that Gabe Newell has a lot of experience and knowledge when it comes to running an online digital platform. If I'm going to show up talking a big game about how the Epic Game Store is going to be a direct competitor to Steam, I can't debut with a weak sauce bare bones launcher day one. That's like trying to fight a bear with 2 butter knives. It doesn't make sense to me to opt for the No Man's Sky approach of releasing some bullshit and then promising to fix whatever's wrong with it 6 months to a year later. Just saying. Number 2. Focus on making my competition's weakness my strength. I'm pretty sure we all remember that historic moment in gaming history when Sony did exactly this.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
Many months later.
This is Competition 101. Exploit your opponent's weakness for your game. Steam may be a towering behemoth, but every warrior has an Achilles heel. Tim did very well to point out and address the revenue split disparity between the Steam store and Epic. Offering a sizable revenue split along with waiving the cost of the engine if they so choose to use the Epic engine is a great way to win over developers. But to add icing on top, I would look into lowering the cost of games using the Unreal Engine towards customers who buy the game through the Epic launcher, as opposed to the competition. I mean, yeah, you could buy this game on Steam for $60, but you could get it for $10 less on the Epic Store because it uses the Unreal Engine. Just saying. Number 3. Work with developers to invest in new exclusive IPs to compete with Steam's catalog of first-party titles. Steam has the Source engine, which is responsible for really great games such as Half-Life, Portal, and Left 4 Dead. Fortnite absolutely cannot be your only gimmick to draw in customers. And no, throwing around tons of money in order to appropriate existing titles for a timed exclusive isn't going to get you over in the PC community. If you're going to compete with Steam, then compete with Steam. One of Steam's biggest issues, in my opinion, is complacency. When you reach the top and hold it for so long and no one's there to really challenge you, you tend to get a little comfortable, lazy. This is typically your opportune moment to make your move and secure the top spot. You ever notice how Gabe Newell is having a hard time getting past the second title in any game he makes? Half-Life 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Team Fortress 2, Portal 2. The Steam community is pretty verbal about wanting sequels to these games. If I was calling the shots at Epic, I would be going out of my way to create, endorse, develop, and promote new gaming experiences exclusive to my store, both AAA and indie, in order to complement the robust online features that would come shipped with my client. So, in summation, the Epic Store in its current state, in my eyes, is little more than a joke. Spending God knows how much money on timed exclusive deals rather than new gameplay experiences hardly seems like any type of innovation to move the gaming industry forward. What Tim Sweeny needs to understand a little bit better is that true competition is what breeds success. And what Steam needs is strong, genuine competition, not some rich poser throwing money all over the place trying to buy his way to the top spot. We need companies to constantly compete with each other for our dollar, because the more those companies compete and fight for our dollar, the more rewards that we as the consumer get. There really is no benefit to being a brand loyalist. Our dollar goes to whatever company gives us the superior product. That's why whenever a company does something stupid or gets lazy, we let them know immediately. But that's my 2 cents on the matter. Once again, Tim Sweeny is a billion-dollar CEO and I'm just a consumer. Maybe he knows something that I don't. Or better yet, maybe you know something that I don't. Feel free to leave your 2 cents in the comments down below. I read them all. If you like this video, leave a like. If you dislike this video, leave a dislike. And if there's nothing else, I am your Immortal Afro Josh. Thank you for watching the Immortal Afro YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next upload. Peace.